Hi and welcome.
Daniel Whitaker had always believed that the hardest betrayals came with raised voices, slammed doors, and the kind of scenes that neighbors gossiped about. He was wrong. He was 46, a literature professor at a small university in Vermont, and for the last 19 years, he had been married to Laura. Laura was 5 years younger, radiant in the way some women are without trying. She had a gift for making their home feel like a living thing. Candles lit in the evenings, soft music playing in the background, flowers on the kitchen table. To the outside world, they were the perfect couple. But perfection is often the neat surface, laid carefully over quiet fractures. It started with the way Laura began to look at her phone, tilting the screen away from him, smiling faintly at something she wouldn't share. Then came the sudden work dinners, the weekends when she said she was visiting her sister, but came back with clothes he didn't remember her owning. Daniel, by nature, wasn't suspicious, but he was observant. And one night, grading papers in his study, he saw her leave her phone on the kitchen counter while she stepped out to take laundry from the dryer. A message flashed across the screen. Can't stop thinking about last night. No name. Just a number. Daniel didn't open the phone. He didn't need to. His stomach told him everything his mind refused to say out loud. For weeks he did nothing, at least on the surface. Beneath, he began mapping out her movements, every yoga class, every late meeting. He noticed patterns, Wednesday nights, and most Saturdays. He learned the man's name, Andrew, a co-worker from her marketing firm. Divorced, athletic, charismatic, the opposite of him in every obvious way. Daniel felt the jealousy, the rage, but also something colder, a resolve. He didn't want to catch them. He wanted to erase himself from her life so cleanly that she would never get to explain or justify. He wanted the absence to be his weapon. The plan unfolded slowly. He opened a new bank account under a quiet trust, began moving small amounts of money into it, sold some rare first edition books from his personal library, carefully keeping receipts out of the house. He told colleagues he was considering a sabbatical to work on a manuscript, planting seeds of an exit no one would question. Meanwhile, at home, he was perfect, attentive, present. He cooked dinner, bought her favorite wine, even suggested a weekend getaway to the same cabin they'd stayed in on their 10th anniversary. She declined, saying she was too swamped at work. By December, the house was ready for Christmas, Laura's favorite time of year. Twinkling lights around the porch, pine garlands on the staircase, a fire in the evenings. She didn't know it would be their last holiday together. On Christmas Eve, Daniel handed her a small box. Inside was a delicate silver bracelet she had once admired in a boutique window. She was touched, kissed him warmly. And in that moment he almost faltered, almost told her everything. But instead, he smiled and poured her more wine. That night, while she slept, he placed a sealed envelope in the top drawer of her dresser. "Laura, I know about Andrew. I've known for a long time. I'm not angry anymore. I think that's the part that should scare you, that I don't feel anything at all. By the time you read this, I'll be gone. There will be no calls, no letters, no way to find me. I'm leaving you the house, the car, the savings. But I'm taking myself. I hope he's worth what you lost." At 4 a.m., he loaded his car with 2 suitcases and a box of personal papers. He drove through the sleeping town, past the dark windows of neighbors who thought they knew them, and didn't stop until the mountains were behind him. For the first few days, Laura didn't call. Maybe she thought he was on a trip. Then the messages began. "Daniel, where are you? Please, can we talk? I made a mistake." Weeks passed. She called his colleagues, his family, even the university administration. No one knew where he was. The truth was, Daniel had driven to a small coastal village in Maine, rented a modest apartment above a bookstore, and started writing again. It wasn't until months later that a mutual friend told him Laura had broken things off with Andrew, that she had been seen looking pale, thinner, distracted, that she still wore her wedding ring. Daniel never went back.